Hello, my beautiful geeks. How is everybody doing today? And welcome to the Geek Fortress. I hope everybody's having an awesome, fantastic, amazing day, night, evening, bathroom break, lunch break. I don't judge. Whatever it is, I hope you guys are having an awesome one. You saw this correctly. Today we're going to be ranking Silent Hill games. Now, this one right here I found in tiermaker.com. I will put the exact link to the tier list down below in the description so you guys can check it out. I believe these are the mainstream games that have come out. Unfortunately, Silent Hill has not had a long life, and we're not counting any of those arcade games. And I see in here that they have some of the mobile games, which are probably not going to make it up in our list. But without any further ado, guys, we're going to get right to it, and you tell me if you agree or disagree with me. This is a follow-up of my series where I do these. If you want to see the one that I did with Resident Evil, make sure you check the card right above. I ranked all Resident Evil games. So let's get right to it. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we're going to start, of course, with the one that started it all, and that it's going to be Silent Hill. This one right here, the original Silent Hill. Okay, so has it aged well? Maybe not. Now, it's ironic and funny that the reason why they made the fog, it was because the PlayStation 1 could not handle that graphical capacity to show all of Silent Hill up in the distance. So for that reason, they went ahead and they put like a fog filter on it so that it would give the PlayStation time to start building the world as you went along. And the fact that that has become such a staple of the game, and it was just because of a technical thing that they had to do, I think that's fantastic. Is it the GOAT, the greatest of all time? I don't think so, but is it amazing? Heck yeah. And by the way, these are the ratings that we have for this. I changed them up a little because some of them were not YouTube friendly, but I put GOAT, which means greatest of all time, amazing, good, okay, nope, and this exists, which I think one of these or two are gonna go in there. So yes, Silent Hill 1 or Silent Hill, amazing game. If you have not played it, make sure you play it. I'm pretty sure you can still get it on the PlayStation Network. I'm not sure about the Microsoft Store, but I'm pretty sure you could probably get it there as well. So, moving on. We have Silent Hill Book of Memories. So, I'll be honest with you guys, this came out for the PSP, for those of you guys who know, were not aware. PS Vita, actually, not the PSP. I don't even know if the PSP had this one. I don't think so. I think it was just for the Vita. And it is one of those games that it's not good. It's not good. The way it plays, they kind of try to go with an approach kind of like the Tomb Raider Temple of Osiris kind of approach, where basically you are like far away from the camera. I think they call it Topper games or something like that. I might be mentioning that wrong. But yeah, so that's the kind of game that this is. So it's not the best game there is. So for that reason alone, and for the reason that the PS Vita didn't really have a good stay in North America or all of that, I'm gonna put it in the nope section. If you haven't heard of it, don't blame yourself. A lot of people haven't, and a lot of people did not play it, so it's not only you. So moving on, we have Silent Hill Downpour. Hear me out. A lot of people do not like this game. I enjoyed it. Was it the best game? No. It almost felt like a different kind of game, kind of like The Room did a little bit, but Silent Hill Downpour was the last Silent Hill game that we got. And I feel like for that reason alone, it kind of holds a special place in my heart. And I tell you why, because that was the last one we got. And that's the last physical copy of Silent Hill I was ever able to get. So it holds a special place in my heart. I like the story, kinda. It's a prison guy who their bus crashes in Silent Hill, and then he has to get out. And then, of course, all his demons personify, because that's what Silent Hill does. So it's really cool, and I like the Easter egg that they used for the movie, for the second movie, that it ended with the bus going into Silent Hill. It didn't go anywhere because I don't think they're going to make any more movies, but yeah. But here's hoping that Konami, puts up the white flag or throws the olive branch, or either him or Kojima the other way around, so that we can get one last Silent Hill game. With all the success that we're having with all the Resident Evil remakes and everything, it should happen. And seeing what PT could have been, that right there, it just makes me so sad that we're never gonna probably see anything else. And when I saw that a Pyramid Head came to Dead by Daylight, that kind of gave me hope. So Here's hoping. So Silent Hill Downpour, I'm gonna put it in the good category because it was not amazing, but it was also not the worst game ever. So moving on, we're gonna go to Silent Hill Homecoming. Now, a lot of people are upset about this game because they included Pyramid Head, and Pyramid Head is supposed to be only James's demon from the second one. And I get it, I understand, that's your canon, I completely get it, but Pyramid Head sells, unfortunately, but that's what it comes down to. And yes, somebody else should not have seen him, but I believe what they were trying to go for is that Pyramid Head is like a main entity of Silent Hill. I love Pyramid Head, he's one of my favorite characters, monsters on anything, movies, TV shows, games, you name it. And they put him in there, but I liked it, I like the story, I like the fact that he symbolizes guilt. Not just James's guilt in Silent Hill 2. I like that. I like that they expanded the universe a little. Maybe I don't agree with it 100%, but one of the endings of this game, spoiler alert, you become a Pyramid Head because apparently, you know, like we saw in the second game, there's a few Pyramid Heads. So you become one of the Pyramid Heads and you become like the most powerful Pyramid Head. And this game has a twist ending that it's like up there with like good M. Night Shyamalan. So I like it. I enjoy it. You may not agree with me, and I'm sorry if you don't, but you know, please let me know in the section below how wrong I am or how right I am. But even though Silent Hill Homecoming was not the best, it was also not the worst. I think it was a really, really great game. So I'm gonna put it in amazing because I enjoyed it a lot. I played the game a lot. And it's still scary, it has the atmosphere, it gives me the creeps, maybe the controllers are not the best, but nonetheless, it's a fantastic game. Moving on, Silent Hill Play Novel. Okay, so for those of you guys who may not know, Silent Hill Play Novel was an adaptation for the Game Boy Advance, I believe. It was for one of the Game Boys, of the first game. So it was, Resident Evil did it, they took the first game, and then they they made it available for the Nintendo DS, so Konami kind of wanted to do something like it. I've never played it, I've seen gameplay of it, but I've never played it myself, so I can't really rate it. But if it's anything like the original, I'm going to assume that it's great. But just because I've never played it, and I think it was just a cheap way of trying to get more money, because unfortunately that's what a lot of this comes down to. We saw what happened to Cyberpunk 2077, because money, because people are trying to push you. But sometimes that's not the best thing, you have to think about the fans. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in the nope section. Okay? Coming up next, we have Silent Hill Origins. Wow, this game is fantastic. If you really want to know about the lore of Silent Hill, if you want to find out more about it, how everything came to be, what really happened to Alessa and everything and all of that fun stuff, you need to play this game. It's so good that I'm not going to talk about what happens in it, even though it's been years. Originally, I played for the PSP. It also came out on the PS2, which I own in as well. And it is one of those games that just connects everything beautifully, and I think you should play. Is it necessary to play it? No, you can just read about the lore, the Silent Hill lore, but if you want to see exactly how everything kind of came to be, and what the main antagonist of the character of the game, goes through to become what she becomes, it is definitely a game that you have to check out. So this game is definitely going to go into the amazing category. Okay, now this one right here, Silent Hill Orphan, I believe this was a mobile game. So I've never played it, I've never even seen gameplay of it, I don't care about it, I don't think I'm gonna watch gameplay of it. So for that reason alone, I'm gonna put it in the this exists question mark category, because nah, just no. Moving on, however, we're gonna go into some really good territory right here. PT. So PT is a love letter to what could have been. It is also the reason why I personally believe that Capcom decided to go with the first-person route with Resident Evil, whether they want to admit it or not. Seeing that that was one of the most downloaded playable teasers, because that's what PT stands for, of the year when it came out, they definitely wanted to keep up with it. So once they started to work on a project called Resident Evil 7, that is when they took it and they were like, you know what, let's change the formula. So PT, even though yes, it may have inspired other copycats, whether they want to admit it or not, but then again, I think Outlast came out before, and Outlast technically was the OG scary first-person game changer. That game creeps me out, man. I have a playthrough somewhere in here. I think it was in Twitch. I don't remember. But if I do have it in here, I'll put a card right up here. But if not, maybe I should be replaying that. By the way, guys, if you have not followed me on Twitch yet, make sure you do so, please. It is the Geek Fortress, just like that. Twitch TV, twitch.tv/ the Geek Fortress. I forgot my name for a second. So, with that said, guys, PT. Is it amazing? Heck yeah. Is it the GOAT? I cannot put it as the GOAT because it never came to be. We saw the Playable teaser. We saw what it could have been with Norman Reedus at the lead and Guillermo del Toro tagging along with Kojima, but we never saw it happening. And for that reason alone, it's what could have been, but sadly, it never was. So for that reason alone, we cannot really give it like a big grade. So was it amazing though? Heck yeah, it was amazing. So we're gonna put it right there in the amazing category because it was just like Spider-Man. Amazing. Now, going up to the next one, Silent Hill 2. Probably the scariest game I've ever played other than like other than Outlast. This is like the original game that gave me nightmares. It introduced us to Pyramid Head. And if you don't know who Pyramid Head is, you don't know who Silent Hill is, you don't know what Silent Hill is about, Pyramid Head is basically Silent Hill. As much as people, again, as I said before, they don't like to admit it, Pyramid Head sells. He is the mascot, if you will, of Silent Hill, you know? Just as much about, about the symbol of Megatron, so I'm mispronouncing that. Or if you know about James or the characters, you know who Pyramid Head is. So, Pyramid Head is one of those characters that are larger than life. Hence why Behavior bought the rights or rented the rights to use them in Dead by Daylight because they know that Silent Hill sells. So, yeah. With that out of the way, Silent Hill 2, guys, if you haven't played it, play it. Silent Hill 2 is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I've seen many lists that put this as the scariest game ever. Don't take my word for it. Don't take their word for it. Play it yourself. You will not be disappointed. Moving on, we're going to go into Silent Hill Shattered Memories. It was a good idea. You wanted to use the technology that the Nintendo Wii offered in order to kind of provide this new sense of lonesomeness and Silent Hill experience that maybe you could not have gotten in the past. I didn't like the fact that you could not fight. It was just sort of like a flight type of situation. You hide and you had a flashlight, and it was one of those first games that now we see a lot, like in Until Dawn, when somebody asks you a question and then that changes the way the game goes kind of thing. So this was one of those games that had that like psychoanalysis at the beginning of it, when you would answer some questions and then the game would change according to what you answer. I like the idea of Silent Hill being a really cold place, but at the same time I prefer the classic portrayal of Silent Hill being this cursed, hot looking place. So the cold was a different approach, sort of like a soft remake of the original, but it will never be the original. So for that fact, we're gonna go ahead and put it in the okay category. I know some of you guys love this game, but I don't. Sorry. Silent Hill: The Escape. I have honestly never heard of that. Never, ever, ever. I could cheat right now and Google it, but I'm not gonna do that because I went in this blind. So I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. If you guys want to tell me down in the comment section below, please do. I'm probably gonna Google it after I'm done with this, because I'm curious. I want to know what that is. And as much as I love Silent Hill, I have never heard of that. Or maybe I have, but my brain blocked it because it's no bueno. So there's also that possibility. So with that said, I'm just going to put it in the this exists category because no, I have no idea. Okay. Silent Hill for the Room. Originally not even supposed to be a Silent Hill title, but they threw it on there. They were like, there you go. It is now a Silent Hill title. It's different. They gave us first person when we were inside the apartment. Once we left through a hole/portal to go into Silent Hill, it became the classic third person tank control situation-ish. And it was different. I feel like it almost had nothing to do with the actual game itself, kind of taking its roots away from the Silent Hill tree, if you may. And just for that reason, I wasn't the biggest fan. The gameplay was different. It was good. It had some good bosses. It had a good story. But that, for me, is when the series jumped the shark. Me, personally. That's what I think. So, just for that reason, it was okay. But I'm actually going to put it in the because I could live with it or without it. I really don't care. Moving on to the Silent Hill, the arcade. Again, this was just an arcade game. I've never played it, never heard of it, I've never seen it. So straight away, it's gonna go to this. Now, you know what? Nope. I'm gonna put it to nope. Because whenever they went into like the arcade type thing and everything, yes, I love arcade. I'm a kid from the 90s who used to go to arcades. I loved arcades. I love places where I could go in, put a coin in, and play a game. But at the same time, no, Silent Hill is like perfection. You don't touch it and downgrade it. So, yeah, no bueno. And last but not least, guys, we have Silent Hill 3. Some of my best scares, even though Silent Hill 2 was very scary, some of my best scares came from Silent Hill 3. Anywhere from playing this game at like midnight when I was in high school with my friends, to seeing my friend actually turn it off because he was terrified in the middle of it. To not even wanting to move and leaving the game paused for a while because you were really scared. Had a lot of those with Silent Hill 2, but Silent Hill 3 was definitely one of those that brought up the whole amp of the game. It brought it up a notch. The graphics were better, the story was better, and it brought you back to the original story of Silent Hill 1, the original. This is a follow-up to that directly. When Silent Hill 2 was not, this one brought you back. And that is what I really enjoy about this game. So, for that reason alone, memories aside, nostalgia aside, of course I could take that into consideration as well, and I should, this Silent Hill 3 is also a GOAT. So maybe it should be GOAT's greatest of all times. But yeah, definitely. So, Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3, definitely the best games in the franchise. Followed by this little guys right down here. But yeah, that is going to be my ranking of these games, guys. I regret nothing. If you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video, guys, please do not forget to throw a like and to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Please consider to follow me on Twitch as well, as I said before, twitch.tv/thegeekfortress. I go live every Friday, anytime between after 6 Eastern Standard Time, p.m., 6 p.m., 1800 hours. Okay, I'll shut up now. Thank you so much, guys, for watching today. As per usual, you guys have been awesome. Do me a favor, guys. Stay awesome and geek on. Until the next time, this is your boy Lewis saying bye.